Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, in the previous video, we have discussed about the different data types available in Java. That is eight data types, and also like we have discussed about the primitive data types and non-primitive data types, and also we have discussed about the variables, and we have um, implemented using them like variables how it can be used to store the data types, and also we have discussed about the different eight data types about strings, int, float, and we have we have discussed about the different example of that. So if you haven't watched that video, I will suggest you to watch the video. So in this session we'll be discussing about the compiler, interpreter, and JDK JRE. So how it will be used, and what is the use of it, and how it in the backend how it will be executed. All those things we'll be discussing in this session. So yeah, let us start the session. Let me open my open board software. Yeah. So firstly, if you have noticed in the JDK or IDE software, if you write the code, so what it happens in the background means, so firstly we'll be debugging the code, and also the will be executing the code. So before that, while the debugging process, the in the backend what happens means, we'll have a compiler. So compiler means like firstly the programmer or the user will write the code in high level language. So basically what happens means the computer can't understand the high level language. So high level language is what the human readable language, what we are writing into the software, that is IDE. So here what happens is that the computer couldn't understand the high level language. So using a compiler, using a compiler, I will be, I couldn't write here. I will be writing in a small okay, COMP. I'll be writing compiler in a short form. I'll be writing in, oh sorry, yeah, compiler. So this is a compiler. So now using the compiler, the IDE will be having a compiler where high level language will be converted to the byte code. So the byte code is like 101011. So here the compiler, what it does means high level language what the user is given by using a compiler, it will be converted to the machine level language that is called as bytecode. So this is called as machine level language where machine level MC. I'll be giving as MC. Okay, machine level language where and computer can understand the byte codes, that is zeros and ones. So as you know that computer only can understand the byte codes that is zeros and ones. So other than that, it couldn't understand high level language. So for that thing, compiler is used. So uh, this is the one purpose, and also we have an interpreter. So many of you don't know, if you are non-IT background means you don't know what is interpreter. So let me uh, discuss about the interpreter. uh, Interpreter. So interpreter is like an it will be in an that is Java virtual machine. Like in the Java virtual machine, both compiler and interpreter will be there. So compiler, it actually what it does means it converts high level language to machine level language. But interpreter, what it does means it uh, like runs the code and also checks the code line by line. Like if we have any error, if we like if you write the code, if you have any error in any like fifth or sixth line, the interpreter what is that means like from the starting every line it will be checking, and if any error it will be shown means it will be throwing up an error in an sorry in an execution step. So this is called as interpreter. Like commonly it is like mainly used for checking line by line process, line by line code. We can say it like that. So next will be, yeah, this is all about compiler and interpreter. So next we'll be seeing about the JRE, JDK, and what is this? JVM. So first we'll be discussing about mm, okay. First, what is this? Yeah, um, JRE. So, so in a Java, we have JRE, JDK, and JVM. With these three things only, we will be will be writing the program and we will be executing it. So, firstly, we will have JDK, that is Java Development Kit, and JRE, that is Java Runtime Engine, and finally, we'll have JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine. So with these three files, like with these three software only, will be seeing the output of the Java, like what we have written the code, that if you want the output means the three steps, the three JDK, JRE, and JVM plays an important role in that. So firstly, how it work means, so in Java virtual machine will have the two things, that is compiler and compiler and interpreter. So using that thing, as I told before, it converts machine level language to high level language to machine level language, and for that conversion, will need to have a library file. So that library files will be containing in an Java runtime engine. So using that only compiler and execution process will be done. So for all this process we need an tool. All the packages must be installed, and we need to have a certain tool to perform this operation. So for that thing we'll need an JDK, that is Java Development Kit. So Java Development Kit, we have many of them, like IDE software, IntelliJ IDE software, and we have many in like in Oracle have built many of the JDK software. Like it is an open source and you can use it. So as of now, I'm using the IntelliJ software, that is IDE. So this is all about JDK, JRE, and JVM. So yeah, let me show you how it works in a block diagram way. So firstly, we will have an so high level language. So this is, we will give the file name as java dot uh, java okay, one second, we will give d dot java. It's a file extension. So for creating a file program, we need it, that is high level language. Next, the high level language will be given to the compiler. So compiler, I'll be in a short form. I'll be writing it in a COMP. So understand it like it is a compiler. So the next step is what it happens means, like as I told before, the dot Java class will be converted to sorry, the file, the d dot java file will be converted to java class, that is d dot class. So d dot class file, it will be converted. So in that we will convert the high level language. Sorry, in this Java class, what it happens means intermediate language, that is bytecode, will it will be converted. Enter. Sorry, like I'm not using the pen, so I couldn't write this properly. Okay, in short form, I'll be writing, but I'll be saying this. So, in this process, what happens means the bytecode will be there. That is intermediate language. That is the class will be created. Bytecode. So the bytecode will be generated. So after this step, the next step is by using Java runtime engine. So, oh, sorry. Using the Java runtime engine, the bytecode will be given to the in the as I told before, in the runtime engine will have a library file, that is bytecode, like reference code and all those will be there. So using that, we will, so the class file, class file, file, right, class file. Okay, I'll give it as class. So this is a class file, and it will be loaded through the library file, and next it will be converted to bytecode. Bytecode will be converted, but it has a reference code by using that reference. So this is a reference code. REF, I'll be giving as a reference. This is a reference code, and using that, next the process is that the interpreter, what I told before, like interpreter checks the line by line code and throws an error. If you have an error, then it will be throwing an error. I'll be writing interpret. That's it. So by this step, next it will be given to microprocessor. So in the second section, I have discussed about the microprocessor. So microprocessor, what it does means, like it throws an output, like using that compiler and interpreter. The code will be processed into the microprocessor, and the output will be generated through that. So for all this process, this is the step what is going on in the actual IDE software, and for all this step we need to have JDK, JRE, and JVM. So JDK, it is a tool, it acts as a toolkit, and JRE, it's like in library files where we need interpreter, like all these things, interpreter and compilation will be done in this. And JVM also, it performs like interpreter and compiler will be execute. We can execute the we can execute here. So this is all about the JDK and JRE and JVM. Mm, Next, next we'll be discussing about object. Object and classes. So in this video, I think this this compilation and execution step has been clearly shown, I think so. So yeah, this is all about the video, and next class we'll be discussing about the object classes and how object will be created and what is classes, and all those things will be discussing in the next class. Thank you.